My name is Jason Bennett, and I am from Kansas, originally from Atchison, Kansas, and my progression to liberty started in my childhood when I rebelled at my government school. Had the record for the most days kicked out of school of anyone at my school. 42 days in 1 year I was expelled for fighting, for being disruptive, for ignoring teachers. So right away they knew that something was wrong with me, and it turned out it was them. That was my disease. I get into college, I come home, and I said, Mom, Dad, I'm a libertarian. And they said, great, so are we. I really had no idea because my parents had never told me what their political beliefs were. But they kind of lined up, and my brother's like, guess what, I am too. I guess probably how my parents raised me to teach me to rely on myself and not others is what led me down that path at first. And then with my parents actually were supporters of Ron Paul back in '88. So they had always talked about him, and especially with this last, election cycle, I got really involved in the Ron Paul movement here in Kansas City. Moved to Chicago in the midst of that and was involved up there. I was one of the assistant organizers of the Ron Paul meetup groups. Been reading a lot of LouRockwell.com, Mises.org, NoState.com. Just been educating myself, reading the good stuff, Bastiat, Etienne de la Boutier, all the great authors that people should be reading. Lysander Spooner is my hero. He's my favorite of anybody. That's if there's anyone I could be like, it'd be Lysander Spooner. His Constitution, the Treason, the Constitutional Authority is my favorite document ever. And that's kind of where I am today. I reject the state in its entirety. I reject anyone that has any kind of power or control over me. And I believe we should be in a voluntary, peaceful society, and that it is when people want to control others is what creates the violence in our society. So if we can prevent that, we can live in utopia.